I will take Derek Lee. Darren, not Derek. We'll take Darren Lee. Anything. I mean, any defensive help helps.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Darren Lee looks real bad. He's young, but he looked lost out there, and he's undersized, and that showed.
I mean, his defensive line isn't doing anything to help him. Like, not slowing anyone down at all.
I mean, it's kind of hard when there's no pass rush to speak of whatsoever yet again, which is why during the draft I was screaming for some kind of pass rush help. But of course, they didn't draft that.
No, I think going with Adams was the right thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the first pick.
I mean, where you were, it's just the only thing I noticed in that game is. Boy, I don't even know where you begin because there's a lot.
I mean, the Raiders are a
to
very
address
good
there.
team.
Yeah,
they're my Super Bowl pick.
I'm all for Marshawn Lynch dancing on the sidelines too. I don't care how much it irritated the Jets.
Yeah, I don't
he's
care.
in Oakland. He's at home first time since
complaints.
high school.
You deserve to get danced on for that performance.
Did you do anything to warrant him not doing it?
Yeah.
It's the same argument that I had for Baker Mayfield planting the flag. If you don't let them win, then they can't do that. And if they do, then they look silly.
Yeah. Couple positives from the young guys. But overall, Jets are bad. We know this. Raiders are very good. We know this. So this was pretty much expected. Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for the draft.
Yeah. Move on. Like the Jets.
I'm just waiting for the draft. You sound like a Mets fan.
It never gets better for them.
Oh, man.
When it does, they all get injured.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So what's next? Redskins 27, Rams 20.
That was another good game.
Mm-hmm.
Rams were my pick. Obviously, I was wrong, but
only one that picked the Redskins.
Close.
Yeah.
Man, was that close.
Only one that picked the Redskins.
Rams are a lot better than people thought, and they're gonna shock some teams this year.
Dumbing it down has helped a lot for Goff. Don't overcomplicate it for him. Just let him rely on his talent, and he's better that way.
That's not even the big thing. Like what did we talk about with Colin Kaepernick? Why was Colin Kaepernick successful in San Francisco? His coach believed in him.
Yeah.
And it's working wonders.
Absolutely. But they also they didn't have such a complicated Jeff Fisher type offense anymore. They dumbed it down. They made it simpler. Let's focus on what you're good at and emphasize that, Goff, and let's not try and overload you with all this nonsense.
I mean, if you want to know,
showed that they are still a good team. Obviously, came out on top.
Kirk Cousins looks like he's going to be the best San Francisco quarterback in quite a while.
It's heading that way, yeah.
But going back to the Jeff Fisher thing, I'm pretty sure it was Eddie George, and I think we can all agree Eddie George is a pretty damn good running back.
Yeah.
I think it was Eddie George that said, I don't know what he's talking about. I just get the ball and I run where I go.
Yeah. Well, that sums up Fisher right there.
Fisher's always trying to...
Was it? I think it was him.
Everything.
It must have been when they were with Tennessee.
If not, it was like when they had Steven Jackson, like when he was first there.
Yeah.
So that right there tells you what you need to know about Jeff Fisher.
Exactly.
Seahawks 12, 49ers 9.
Should Seahawks be worried about that O-line because,
they should have been better than that. I mean, I give it was raining.
Game.
I give it was also, a divisional game, but that shouldn't have happened against San
Seahawks
Francisco.
are a team that a lot of people were saying was possible Super Bowl bound. I don't see it.
No.
They won, and a win's a win, but this is ugly, and they should be a lot better than.
Like
this.
I
It
said,
also seems like they're playing to their opponent's level. Like they're
that's not what
not
good teams
trying
do.
to be we're going to win this game outright. I've never really been sold on Carroll either as a head coach.
I mean, not in the NFL.
Well, no,
I mean, at USC, of course.
When you're breaking the rules, it's easy to do. Teams have proven this for years. Come on.
He did win a Super Bowl, so...
He did, and he also blew it by calling a pass play on the 1-yard line when you have Marshawn Lynch in your backfield.
Is it bad the whole time when I saw... Because I have Michael Crabtree on my fantasy team, and I saw that they were like on the 2-yard line. I'm like, throw it to Crabtree.
Yeah, right.
Don't run it to Marshawn. They're like, but then, you can't do that. I don't know if you had seen, but when the Raiders were audibling, down toward the goal line on something, they said Seahawks from 2. Seahawks from 2. Mocking the Seahawks.
Actually, some of their audibles were, his were pretty creative. He actually, because he's good friends with Clayton Kershaw, and Clayton Kershaw just got paid, one of his audibles is Kershaw.
That's great.
Yeah, so he throws in.
I thought that was Stafford.
Oh yeah, it is Stafford. Stafford was the one that was using
Stafford
Kershaw,
was having
and then he was
hilarious.
Oh yeah, no, he was shouting Clay. It was Clay the entire game.
Yeah.
Clay. Okay, all right, well.
Yeah, no, it was him that was using it. But Carr had some interesting ones too, as far as his audible calls.
Seattle from 2. Seattle
Yeah.
from 2.
Yeah, that's
Loved it.
funny. But yeah, the Seahawks should be very worried. The 49ers are bad,
Suck.
and this is expected. And the fact that they were a field goal away from beating the Seahawks, I think just speaks to the Seahawks being a lot worse than we thought.
I still feel
More than
really
the
bad for
Niners being
Carlos
better.
Hyde every week.
He's still a playmaker.
He is, but it's got to be hard being on San Francisco.
Yeah, he's a good player on a terrible
I
team.
mean, there have been plenty of players who were on terrible teams. I mean, I hate to pick on the Bills, but you had Marshawn Lynch. You had, what's his name? The kid from Clemson, running back. You know, what are the Bills running backs?
Coy?
No, before, a while ago.
Oh.
That doesn't help.
Yeah.
A while ago. Yeah, they had a good running back. His name was OJ. Went for murder.
USC, though. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I just had it.
no.
Damn it! I just had him on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
I just had him.
What's his name? He was the running back at... Who are some of the Bills running backs from around that time?
Drawing a blank.
I keep wanting to say Sammy, but it's not.
No,
It's going to come to me as soon as we go off the
All right,
air.
from what? That'd be a year. So.
2003. 2003.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try that.
Yeah.
In the meantime,
Let's keep going.
yeah, Falcons 34, Packers 23. Packers got exposed for what they really are, is a team that has a running back wearing number 88.
CJ Spiller is who you thinking of.
CJ Spiller. Yes.
Spiller.
Yes. And
Spiller
then there was...
my boy Frank.
Fred
Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There was who was the running back from Ole Miss that everyone loved? Oh, I'll have to find that out at a later time. But we gotta get going.
Falcons offense looked very good. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman are just such a nice pair of running backs to have because you can do anything with them. They can run it, they can catch, they can
block?
do everything. Yeah, they can
block.
block. Two running back sets make the defense on the other side very nervous because who knows what you're running. That doesn't really tell the defense anything. And yeah, Packers defense not that great. Packers offense, couple injuries. Jordy and Cobb went down. I heard Cobb is day to day. I don't know about Jordy.
I mean, they'll just find a lineman to play wide receiver. That's what they do,
Yeah.
and then he'll be the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Packers should
B.J. Raji,
should be
the
a
new
little,
wide
a
receiver.
little bit worried. They definitely need help on defense.
Yeah, and when you get a team that's good at playing offense, I thought when we first did the picks that they had fixed whatever issues and they would be a complete team, and that's why I thought they would beat the Cowboys. I'm actually going to flip the script now. I think the Cowboys are the better, their offense will do better against the Packers defense, and the Packers offense will do against the Cowboys defense, because the Cowboys last season had a top 5 run defense. And their running back is, again, I hate to keep bringing this up, but he's wearing number 88. He's a wide receiver. He's a big wide receiver.
He had a good game, but, they're just, besides Rodgers, they're not that good.
Right. All right. And then we're going to move on now. Lions 24, Giants 10.
Giants
Tony.
are exceedingly mediocre.
No, they're not. They're not even mediocre.
No, I'd give them mediocre this league.
And
It's a
what-
big lead. They're on
What
the
are you
bottom,
talking
bottom
about?
level of
They've
mediocre,
scored
but-
one touchdown. They
Yeah,
scored
but
one
there's a lot of
touchdown.
bad teams. I'd still put them above the Texans, the Bengals. The
I don't know that
Jets.
I would. Not at this
I
time.
think you're also jumping to extreme conclusions in the first week of the season. So,
Second.
Okay. Also understand that the leading tackler from game 1 was out, and the best secondary guy we have next to Landon Collins was not in the game.
Okay.
So take both of that into consideration. So leading tackler, that's how they break off runs like that, when you don't have BJ in there to actually make tackles. And furthermore, you get more wide receivers open when Jenkins isn't shadowing someone. You can't have Eli Apple on your best wide receiver. He's getting better, but he's not there yet.
He started off pretty bad last year and then became a really good corner, and he's just taking a step back again.
He can't be the guy. I'm not willing to write the Giants off by any means so far. However, that offensive line has serious problems. And
Yeah.
I don't know what the McAdoo's doing, but he seems like he's trying to run a more complicated offense than is even freaking necessary.
They should just do hurry up every play.
They
Just
can't.
hurry up
They have a
offense.
quarterback who's 36 years old and doesn't know how to go quick.
Well, I've never bought into Eli being elite.
I have.
I think he shows flashes of it, but overall he's.
You
pretty,
put Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers behind that line, they're 1-1 at best.
Aaron Rodgers would have won against the Lions, and who did they play last
Cowboys.
week? The Cowboys. I think he would have picked apart the secondary more.
Nope. Not without Odell Beckham Jr., not with Sterling Shepard as your best receiver, not with Brandon Marshall, who is inconspicuous at best.
Yeah. Marshall does not look like he's.
By the way, I was thinking
doing
of
anything.
Dexter McCluster from Ole Miss.
Yeah, you can't
he
drop
wasn't-
passes
he wasn't
like that.
great.
I mean, you just can't do that. OBJ didn't get it going. Again, the line is where all
Odell
problems
was still,
start.
I think, hurt. He was playing.
He's not
he was
hurt.
playing
He is
decently well.
faking it.
I don't believe that to be true. Odell Beckham, if anything more than anything else, is always wanting to be a competitor. He
looked
wants
like
to be on
he
the
looked
field.
like he was running his routes well, but they were just obviously concentrating on him, and that should have opened up the rest of the field. But
Didn't.
they just, I don't know. No one else is getting separation.
Here's
And
why
you
I
can't
think
establish the run. So if you can't
And
establish the run,
they-
teams aren't going to fear that,
They
and they're
ran-
going to stop your wide
I think they
receiver.
had like the fewest rushing attempts by any team in the league through the first 2 games, including the teams that didn't play week 1. They have the fewest rushing
Yeah.
attempts.
Yeah.
You have to have a balanced attack.
I know. Trust me. McAdoo is doing something on that offense, and he's jacking it up.
Yeah.
the reason that I think he is faking the injury is because he didn't play against the Cowboys, but he looked fine in the warm-ups. And I know I can't see pain, but he had a dance contest in a club that with him and Russell Westbrook. Like, you're going to be out there having this dance contest, and you're dancing pretty hard, but you can't be on the field in a primetime game? Get out of here. He was holding out for a contract, got called out for it, and then realized maybe I should try and play this week before this becomes an issue. I'm sure that's what it was.
I didn't hear about the dance thing. So
Oh yeah,
maybe,
him and Russell Westbrook had a dance contest in a club that I believe was called Catch, by the way.
Ironic.
Yeah. So he was trying to do the polite holdout.
Yeah, but I mean, dancing is still a lot different than actually
Yeah, and
playing
it's
a
not.
game.
You can say, he's going pretty hard.
As
at
someone
dancing.
that's
you can
danced
back off on dancing.
when
it's not like
injured,
you
yeah.
can back off on the NFL
Yeah,
field.
and you don't have
If
someone
you're not going full
tackling
bore,
your
you might as well
ankle.
not be out there.
I mean, the other thing, like I said, again, I can't see the pain that he's feeling.
Right.
But, I mean, Terrence Williams, messed up his ankle really bad. Went to the locker room, got taped up. 6 plays later, back
That's
on the
great.
field.
Whatever.
Tony
Stop
Romo-
stroking yourself on the Cowboys.
Tony Romo
and
had
then
a-
having to go around and use it as a defensive thing on the Giants.
Tony
Don't
Romo had a
try and
collapsed
compare
lung.
people.
Tony Romo had a collapsed lung.
Again, more cowboy stroking is what I'm hearing.
Okay, so we'll even go